Football Unscripted. The fixtures are in for the 2022-2023 Premier League season. And kicking us off on a Friday night, typically, is Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. Owen, Arsenal fan, you seen what happened last season with Brentford. When you go away on the first day, it can be tough. What do you think about the first fixture, Owen?
It's going to be a good fixture. Selhurst Park, always rocking, always buzzing atmosphere down there. You know, they've got good fans. Yeah, it's going to be a good game, I think.
What do you think about the game, Max?
I reckon it'll be a tough one for Arsenal. I reckon Vieira's done a good job at Palace. I think Arsenal will be lucky to come away with something there.
Do you think it's key, Owen, that Arteta starts off on the right front this season? As you know, last season he lost 3 games in a row. So, do you think he needs to get off to a winning start?
I think, yeah, we've got to start off good, start off strong on the right foot. You know, that'll be a big victory going down to Selhurst Park on the first day of the Premier League. I think if we win that, we can kick on from there.
And the reason why
well.
he needs to start well is because if you look at the next 4, he's probably favourable to Arsenal. So if you win that first game, you're thinking you could kick on and start really well in the season.
Yeah.
Like Bournemouth and Fulham. But what do you think of the job Patrick Vieira's done, Mako?
Yeah, he's done well. He's solid. Made him solid, didn't he? Palace had some good signings, some good loaning signings last year. I think they'll struggle a bit more this season, but
We've got a few good players.
I reckon they'll be comfortable mid-table.
Do you both think that Patrick Vieira will end up at a bigger job or a worse job?
Eventually.
Eventually, I think this is a bit of a stepping stone for Vieira.
Do you think he could breach a top 6 in the future?
No.
No?
Not yet. Nowhere near yet, to be fair. Who
Well,
takes
anyway,
Vieira?
Anyway, there's a lot of fixtures to get through, so I'm going to prompt these two for a scoreline. We'll start with the Arsenal fan. Owen, what are you going for opening day?
I'm going the Gunners 2-1. 2-1 at Selhurst Park. Come on, you
Mac
guys.
up.
Go in 1-1 draw.
I'm going to go for a 2-1 Palace win. Reason being is because it just seems like whenever Arsenal go away on the first day, they can't handle it. But anyway, moving on to Macca's team, Fulham versus Liverpool. You're away from home, early kick-off. Do you think that Marco Silva can do something special?
It's always going to be tough. Newly promoted team are going to be up for it, aren't they? So, one of them things. I think Liverpool are too good for him, aren't they? To be fair, I think we'll be comfortable in the end. I think for the first half hour it'll be a bit shaky, but it's like any newly promoted team, they're just happy to be there, aren't they?
Do you think Marco Silva can do something with Fulham this season?
No. Not really. I think Fulham are going back down. Just a yo-yo club. But I think the opening game between Liverpool and Fulham is going to be like what we've seen last season between Liverpool and Leeds. It's going to be fiery. I think they're going to go at it again. I think it'll be a good game.
We do struggle against Fulham, to be fair.
Do you think it's the perfect time to play a Liverpool or Man City the first game, or do you
No,
think?
I think it's never a perfect time to play them too, is it? I think like I said, a comfortable result for us.
Can you see Darwin Núñez?
He won't start.
You don't think he'll start the first
No.
game? No?
No.
You think he'll play Jota?
I think he'll play Jota. He might even play Firmino there, but I think he'll come off the bench.
Yeah.
60th minute.
So, Owen, scoreline.
I'm going 3-1 Liverpool.
I can't believe you're giving Fulham a goal. Macot,
I'm going 3-1 Liverpool as well.
3-1, both 3-1. I'm going with 4-0 Liverpool. I think the defence is going to get exposed differently. A bit of a weird starter, but I guess good for both clubs. Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. You'd say that's probably an
Bournemouth
okay start for Bournemouth, yeah, to try and start well. What do you think Gerrard can do this season?
I think it's massive for Villa to get off to a good start. To be fair, they've obviously made some big signings. But Bournemouth ain't going to be easy with the home fans. Obviously, like I said, with Fulham, they're going to be excited to be there. So I still think Villa should do it, to be fair.
Owen, do you think it's a big season for Tyrone Mings?
Yeah, he's the captain of the club. I think he'll say the captain of the club, but I don't know, is he in Gerrard's plans? Diego Carlos coming in, you know, you've got Conda, so Conda's the better defender.
I agree.
It's tough. I think he plays games, but
Can you see Mings? Both just questions to both of you. Can you see Mings as an established England centre back in the
No.
future? No. So
No.
you don't think he's good enough?
That's just opinion. You know, we could be wrong. But
You
you
Jack,
look
it
at him-
seems
you
that
look-
Gerrard's
You
agreeing
look at him
with
next to Tomori, and it's like
look at Samora, White, Stones, all these players. I can't see.
I won't
them
put Ben White in
Yeah,
that conversation. But
And just to move on to
Sure.
Bournemouth, they're obviously starting at home. They'll probably need to get 3 points in fixtures like this to stay up. What do you think of Philip Billing and the season he had last season in the Championship?
it's a good. It's good. He had a good season, but it's in the Championship. He's got to do it in the Premier League. That's a big difference, big step in quality.
What do you think, Owen?
Yeah, I agree with Marco. Just like we always say, we look at Championship players doing very well, come to the Premier League, may struggle. He's been in the Premier League before, Philip Billing. I think he'll have a good season, not as good number-wise as what he did last season. I think he'll be a good driving force with Bournemouth again. I don't think Bournemouth stay up. So.
Well, Marco, scoreline
2-0 Villa.
2-0 Villa.
I think.
Bad start for Bournemouth then?
Yeah, I think they've got enough in them. Made some good signs. I think.
Goal scorers.
Goal scorers. Danny Ings, Coutinho.
Owen, scoreline.
You think Bournemouth may get something on the opening day, but I'm going to have to go with a stronger team. I'm going to go Villa 2-1.
And I'm going to go with Bournemouth 1, Villa 0. I think home advantage on the first day when you're newly promoted usually works out in your favour, so I don't particularly rate Gerrard either. So on to the next fixture. It was announced Leeds will be at home to Wolves, a bit of a weird game. Obviously Leeds are a lot stronger now, the players are back. What do you think to the game, Max?
Yeah, like you said, be a different Leeds this season, won't it? Got obviously got all of the injuries back. It's whether
Tough game to start off.
whether they keep the big players in it. That's the question. I think they've got to keep Rafinha, stuff like that. If they don't, then they're in trouble of being in the mix again for going down. But
You get the feeling like these
obviously
sort of
the
teams,
crowd's big for Leeds. They've got good home fans, or good fans at home,
Yeah.
should I say?
you get the feeling like teams like that need to win the games at home, don't they?
Yeah,
Because
they do.
obviously they survived on the
I
last
think
day.
Wolves will have ambitions of European football. So
Again, I think it's a long way off this season, but
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do
it
that.
was
I
in
don't think
and
they're gonna do
around last season.
it. It was, but I don't think they're
moving
gonna
on
do
to Wolves, Owen, do you think it's time for Jimenez to turn up, or do you think this will be the season where he moves?
You say Jimenez to turn up. I think he was doing unbelievable things at Wolves until that head injury. I just don't think he's the same player now. I don't know if he can. I don't know if he's got the ability to turn up now. He just looks a bit, fragile.
What are both of your thoughts on Conor Coda? Because he's obviously been linked with Liverpool in the past.
He's not good enough for a club like that. He's just a standard,
Just a Wolves player.
just a standard Premier League player.
I
Maybe
think,
it's an average player.
I think he's a good player. Southgate likes him a bit, doesn't he? Southgate been called up a few times now.
Been linked with a few big clubs.
I think he's a solid player. He's not a world beater, but I think he could come into some lineups.
Just a solid player.
I think
He
he-
won't make a mistake.
Yeah.
Just
He's
Anyway.
a good centre back as well, I think. But
Yeah.
in the back five, back four. Does he work in the back four?
score prediction. 1-1.
It's tough, right?
1-1. Another 1-1 for Max. What are you going with, Owen?
Yeah, I can't pick a winner. I'm going to go 2-2.
I'm actually going to go for a 1-0 Wolves win. I think they'll park the bus and nick it right at the end. Good counter-attacking team, Wolves. But on to the next one. Obviously had a bad season. They kind of ended on a high, but a bad season. Leicester take on Brentford. I think you'd have to say Leicester need to win that game, don't they? They need to
You don't
be
know
pushing top
you
six
don't know what
again.
Leicester's going to come out there. Obviously,
Yeah, it's
a lot of
Leicester.
big players linked away from him. So
Yeah. Do you think it's a big season for Brendan Rodgers to put himself in that elite manager bracket, or
he's not
will
never
he
been
drop down?
an elite manager, but he's a good manager. I won't say he's elite. I'd say Leicester can't expect to push the top 7. I think 7th to 10th
You
is.
think mid-table's good enough for them?
It's not good enough, but I don't think they can expect to get up there.
Especially some of the players.
Obviously, I think the fan base are going to be a bit different on that. I think they want European football again, but I don't think they'll get it.
Owen, I'll just ask you, Jamie Vardy or Ivan Toney?
Now. Yeah, I'm taking for Arsenal. I'm taking Tony now. Vardy, he's 34. The legs are giving way. He's not got much left. He's not got long left. James Vardy. I think Tony now. I'd definitely take Tony.
Would you take Ericsson at Arsenal? Obviously the Spurs links, but on a free transfer, would you take him now?
No.
You don't think Ericsson could fit into the Arsenal team?
No.
Why?
I just don't think he does. Quality is what we've been lacking for years. But if you look at it now, we've got Odegaard, we've got Smith Rowe, we've just signed Vieira from Porto. I think we're starting to refuel that midfield now, and I don't think a 28, 29,
Roughly, yeah.
nearly 30-year-old Christian Eriksen comes in and
He'd be on big wages.
yeah, I don't think he comes in and helps the club, to be fair.
Well, score prediction, Max. Leicester versus Brentford.
2-1 Leicester.
Owen?
It's tough. It's like you said, what Leicester comes out. And
I think
they got the
for
players.
me, Brentford will go down this season. So
Really? I don't think Brentford do go down. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Brentford.
2-1 Brentford.
2-1
A shock at King Power. I'm going for 2-0 Leicester. I think, they're just a miles better team than Brentford, and they've got home advantage with the crowd on day one. The next game is close to home, obviously. It's Newcastle taking on Nottingham Forest. A hard start for Forest, do you think?
I think it is, yeah, but Newcastle will have a lot of changes. I think if Forest start well, then we'll get something. Yeah.
What do you think about Steve Cooper?
Steve Cooper, he's done unreal things for Nottingham Forest. What a manager. Unreal.
Do you think he can hack with the big boys in the Premier League though? Because obviously he's stepping up now. But do you actually
What do you mean by that though?
That's always the question.
Do you believe
That's
he can
the
keep
question.
Forest up?
That's the question.
I think he can, and if he gets backed.
I personally think Forest stay up.
I don't think it's so that they've lost 3 of the 4 best players. So
I think they have a tough season. I think they grind out. I think they stay up.
it's all about who decides.
Yeah.
Again.
Do you think if Steve, looking at the squad now, do you think if Forest stay up that Steve Cooper will probably get manager of the year?
No,
No.
can't say that.
But what about the squad? You said the squad won't win.
Because you've got to look at people like, if City are going to do 100 points again, you can't then give it to Steve Cooper.
It's like Klopp winning the Premier League Manager of the Year last season. It's ridiculous. You don't win the league, but you get Manager of the Year. It doesn't work.
I'm surprised he had said anything.
You know what I mean? Manager of the Year for Europe, yeah, but Manager of the
why you support Arsenal.
Manager of the Year for why is that? Why does it make sense?
Played in every single game.
Who?
Club. Played in every single
I
game.
don't care. It's a Premier League award.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Based on the
It's
season.
a Premier League. No, it's not. It's based on the
The
Premier League
push Man
season.
City to the last day.
Going off topic a bit here, but
It's based on the Premier League season. You're deluded.
Don't
You're
care.
deluded. That's why there was an uproar. It's stupid.
anyway,
If it was over the whole season, all competitions, Jurgen Klopp,
Who are you going
100%. The man that won the league.
So you're gonna just keep giving it back.
If you win the league, then you win the Manager of the Year.
That's what they're getting. They're getting the Premier League for winning the league.
No, you get Manager of the Year as well.
You don't.
but anyway, on to Newcastle.
Ridiculous.
Do you think St Maxim will go to a bigger club next season?
No, I think he says it. Newcastle. No, they've got the money. I think he wants to be there.
Yeah, he might go on to be.
Where else would he go as well? Would he? I don't think he gets to the top 4 club.
Just on Newcastle then, let's just say we skip forward 5 years. Where are Newcastle in the table position
They're
wise?
up there with City. They've got that much
So
money.
you're saying first or second in the next 5?
They'll be a Champions League club.
Let's just go to 2027 right now. Where are Newcastle? Give me a position.
Comfortable Champions League club. They'll be like be up there fighting for it.
It's hard to say.
They'll be top 4.
It's hard to say. They've got the money, but everything's not about money. It's about how you spend money. You've got to recruit right. You've got to do everything.
You have
Got
to
to,
spend about.
everything's got to be done right.
Another 2
So
things if Pep and Klopp stay.
Newcastle, don't get me wrong, 5 years definitely could be challenging with all the money they've got. It's just if they do it right.
Anyway, scores, boys. Obviously, there might be some bias in there, but Newcastle away. What are you going for?
Another draw, 1-1.
1-1.
I'm going Forest on the opening day to come up, show up, turn up, 2-1 Forest.
You're calling me delusional when you say stuff.
I'm going with a 1-1 as well with Macca. I think Newcastle will take the lead and Forest will get a point late on. On to the next fixture. We've got Tottenham taking on Southampton. Now, if you could ask for dream starts, I think Conte would have picked this fixture.
What a joke.
Do you think Harry Kane will get Golden Boot this season?
No, Salah will. But that's not even a thing. We don't even just. He'll get 20 goals, but I think it will be comfortable for him. To be fair, opening day.
What do you think to the right back situation, Owen? If they get Jed Spence, do you think he'll play week in, week out? Or do you think Emerson Royale will stay in the team?
There's going to be rotation either way, but if you're asking me if he'll be the number one right back, not straight away, no. I think we've seen a lot of the Emerson Royale under Conte. I think you might like him a little bit, but if you're signing a new right back, there's got to be something going on there. There's got to be something going on there. I think Jed Spence plays a lot of games, but it's just rotation, isn't it? Champions League, the Corps, the Premier League, they'll be rotating.
Do you think Southampton will be looking at this fixture on the opening day and thinking a point would be a miracle?
Yeah.
Because every club wants to win football matches and believe they can win football matches, whether we like it or not. So I think Tottenham smash them. But
all right,
they'll want to win.
We won't stay too long on that fixture. Owen, result?
4-0 Tottenham.
4-0. Southampton gets
with
smashed.
the signings, I think they could come out rocky.
I've got the same. I've got 4-0 as well.
4-0. I'm going for 2-0. I don't think they'll get hammered on the first day, but all comfortable for Tottenham. Last fixture of the Saturday is Everton taking on Chelsea. 5:30 kick-off.
That's a big game, isn't it?
Bit of a dodgy one at Goodison Park. Do you think the crowd will get them through the game?
Yeah, I do. I think they'll get something like that.
I
I think Chelsea they're up in the air, aren't they? They don't know what's happening with Lukaku, the ownership, obviously. It's about who they sign as well. Obviously, they've lost a lot of centre backs. So,
do you think it's key, Owen, for Everton to keep Richarlison this summer?
Yeah, I do, but I don't think he stays. I think he probably moves on.
There's been rumours of transfer requests, isn't there?
I think he probably moves on, but if he stays, I just don't think it works out anyway. I think he stays and he's unhappy and doesn't train and doesn't play properly. So I think it's a must for him to.
For me, I don't think that's a big deal.
Richarlison,
I think he's a very, 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 very overrated player. I think when he was down in the dumps last season, you look at who stepped up for him. It was
Richarlison.
No, it was the younger lad, Gordon.
No,
it was Gordon.
No,
I think it was both actually.
Richarlison stepped
up. For me, it was Gordon.
He stepped up.
But anyway, just on Chelsea, this is my personal view, so I'll ask you to. I think that Kai Havertz needs to have a big season this season because he came obviously with a big price tag. Do you think he'll deliver 15 goals this season?
He's got to do something, especially if he's playing that number 9 role. Not the number 9, but the centre forward. Where he's been playing false 9.
Well, it looks like Lukaku's in the lead, doesn't it? So he'll be in there.
What a steal by Inter Milan, by the way. Sell him for 100 million and get him back on loan for 10.
Will they not buy another striker?
They could buy another striker, but as we sit here now, obviously it's just Kai Havertz. So if he plays week in, week out, I think he needs to have a big season. He came for 75 million.
I think he'll get 15 goals if he's the main man.
15 in the league?
Not in the league.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying 15 in the league.
We've got to do something.
He'll be there or thereabouts, I reckon.
But anyway, score lines at Goodison.
I'm going another draw 1-1.
That's what I was going to say, 1-1. I think Everton might scrape
We'll fix
something.
this 1-1.
I think Everton might scrape something. Chelsea struggling in a minute, aren't they? With a lot of
You're going 1-1 as well?
A lot of things going on around the club. It's a tough time.
I'm going 2-0 to Chelsea. I think Everton are rubbish. Man United versus Brighton. It's a home fixture. Oh, I'm not looking forward to it already. We never do well against Brighton.
Tough club.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, man. Ten Hag's.
We saw what happened last time we played Brighton, didn't we?
Yeah, 4-0 loss. But yeah, do you think Ten Hag will get off to winning ways?
Is he a yes man? No.
He's definitely not a yes man. He came from Ajax.
He's a yes man.
Not a yes man from Ajax. Not a chance.
Yes man.
He's bringing Donny back. He's bringing the force back.
Donny back? No, he's crap.
Donnet and De Jong in the middle. You'll see. No more Scott and Fred.
Take 8 months to do a transfer. You're not getting him.
We're going to get De Jong. I promise you now.
You might get him, but
You don't salvo for you.
He's what?
The piss take.
Yeah, it's the club takes the piss, but as long as we get him, because I'm 16 strong, it's on it.
8 other signings for him to be a
But don't you think, looking at the first 2 fixtures, that it's favourable to Ten Hag? Obviously, we've got Brighton at home and Brentford away.
No, I think Brighton.
I think they're two tough games.
I disagree. I
They're
think
two
it's a great
tough
season.
I think Brighton gets on it.
I'm not looking forward to it.
What's
But
your score prediction?
my score prediction is 2-0 to Man United.
I don't agree.
Well, that's your opinion, isn't it? What's your score like?
Mine's 2-1 Brighton.
We are at Old Trafford.
2-1 Brighton.
Is that what you
if they keep the players, like Trossard.
No, actually, I think they've lost Basuma. I think 2-1 United.
Fair enough.
I don't think we're comfortable 2-0 though. I think Brighton make it hard.
Brighton are a good team.
They are a good team. Great
And
point.
the last of the opening fixtures is probably the best game of them all. And Liverpool have Fulham, and this could mean they could go 3 points clear straight away. West Ham at home to Man City. Tough game for Man City. They never start well. I think it's key for them to start well this
I
time.
don't even call that one.
Do you think Haaland starts?
He's got to, isn't he? He's got to.
If you say-
He's a bigger signing than Nunes is for Liverpool for me. I think he's like the poster boy for him. So I think
Yeah,
he's got to. And for one, they didn't have a number 9, did they? They played without a striker really.
Yeah, but if you're saying Nunes is not going to start, why would Haaland start? They're both as big
Said-
as each other.
They didn't
Yours is actually bigger in price.
They didn't have a main number 9, did they? So,
Do you think he's going to start week in, week out?
100%. He starts every game they can get him to
He's
start.
got to, yeah.
I don't think he will.
He won't accept anything less either.
I think he's got to be. I think he's coming knowing he's playing a lot of games.
Do you think that,
His injury record's not good though.
just to come on to their right winger, do you think Riyad Mahrez stays after this season?
Like
Depends
after
if
this
it's
one
fine.
that's going to happen or leaves this summer.
No, not this summer, the one after.
He could leave. He's getting on in it. Why is he 31? Something like
It
that.
seems like he gets dropped a bit, but I think he's quality.
Yeah, he's
Alright, I
quality.
think he's.
Wish Arsenal signed him when he wanted to come. You know.
Will he go down as a Premier League legend?
No.
That's tough.
What's he got?
Oh, no, yeah,
He's had one season where he's been the main man for the team.
No,
so that's
he's won a lot of.
All because you win things at a club doesn't mean you.
Yeah, I think he does. He goes out as one of the.
Is he a part of the 100 club? He's got to be close.
No, I don't think he is.
He's got to be close.
Close, but
What, in the Premier League?
Yeah, he's been there for a long time now. And he got like 16, 17.
he's not had a season where you think, oh, Mario is one of that, like De Bruyne or someone like that.
But anyway, just moving on to the home team, do you think David Moyes has done a good job, and what are the expectations for them this season?
My expectations are higher than what other people think. I think they'll be pushing Champions League, aren't they? If they
Just
keep
so
the
you
players.
lot know, Maka has put
In that-
West Ham in 4th.
If they keep the players.
Owen, what do you reckon to the job of David Moyes?
Oh, I'm trying to find his goals, mate. 1 minute. But yeah, Moyes has done a quality job. He's a good manager. But I think he'd absolutely do
So do I.
I could be, but
I think he's absolutely.
Surely, if you're going off that, you think they're going to have a good start? No? Do you think they're going to win this
top
game?
4.
Think they can get
Top
that?
4. So what's your top 4? Quickly.
I told you.
Spit it out. Go on. Quick, top 4. Just
City.
not in order. Just top 4.
City, Liverpool, Spurs, West Ham or Chelsea.
So you think no, not West Ham or Chelsea. West Ham. Do you think they're going to get over
Think
West Ham, United, and Arsenal? You think
You're
West?
shit. For a start. United are in turmoil. They've got a yes man in charge.
Mate, they're not going.
And Chelsea have got a lot of things going on.
Anyway,
He's got 77 goals in 254 appearances.
there you go.
Not
You could get that this season. So.
23.
Anyway, scorelines, boys, for the last game.
2-2.
West Ham 2, Man City 2.
Bowen, both.
Man City 3-1.
I'm going. I knew you was going to say Bowen both. He just loves him, doesn't he?
You look like him at all.
Quality player.
I'm going with West Ham 0, Man City 2. Just too good. I think they'll have a good start this season. But that wraps up the opening day fixtures. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks to Max and Owen.
Thanks for watching.
Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.